you doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Tap Room Tribe.
I'm Joe.
I'm Fred. And today we're reviewing Dreams Brewery in Londonderry, New Hampshire. First beer on tap is the Radical Raz Sour Ale.
Starting it off with the sour,
Now,
which is different
they say
from the
to,
traditional
I don't know
IPA.
how foamy this is or frothy. We'll see. I'm going to stir it up a little bit just to get it. There usually is a little sediment, but we'll see. Ooh, definitely smells fruity.
It's definitely red. Red is definitely the color. Oh wow, that's an overwhelming raspberry smell.
Mm-hmm. It smells like jelly, raspberry jelly.
Wow. It tastes like raspberry jelly.
Honestly, it's like a raspberry seltzer to me.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
like-
a lot of sense. Yeah, it goes down very
It's very,
easy.
or a
It's like a, you ever have a
cranberry champagne. It's a mimosa.
you ever have a raspberry Sprite?
No.
That's what it is. It's a raspberry Sprite, basically.
Mm. I mean, it's tasty, but I definitely couldn't drink a lot of these. One and done for me.
Considering I hate raspberry, I don't hate this.
Good to know.
I wasn't gonna say it because I didn't want you to think I was like talking shit about it, but I like most sours. Even if I don't traditionally like the fruit behind it, I usually like the sour, which is the case with this. But it does have an overwhelming raspberry, as you can see by the can. It's two raspberries fighting it out, Radical Raz. So it definitely fits the description. I'm going on the scale of 1 to 10 for being a sour. It's a sour for sure. It's going to be a 7.5 for me.
I'm gonna go with like a 6.
Oof.
But I'm not a sour guy, really. I mean, it is tasty.
Well,
but
you have
again,
to rate it based on what it is.
drinkability, like for me, I couldn't.
I might actually
more
drink this one fast.
than- I don't think I'm gonna drink this one.
I might drink yours fast too.
You might be drinking mine.
All
too.
right, on to the next one.
Cheers.
All right, next up, we have Straight Out of Quarantine. Straight Out of Quarantine,
Straight
I
out
should
of quarantine.
say.
It's got the throwback label, similar to the NWA Straight Outta Compton album cover.
I like it. It looks like they put their
It is.
brewers on each, where they would have
Yep.
Eazy-E.
They all have fancy names.
Yep.
Street
Dr.
names.
Dipper. You got Suge Nate. That's fucking hilarious. Ice 3 and Easy J. So,
MC Keg. Don't
if-
forget him.
MC Keg. All right.
But I'm gonna
If
get to
any
the
of
beer.
you-
The
any of
beer.
you-
The
any
beer.
of
The
you-
beer.
any
The
of
beer.
you 5 are watching, just know that we love the creativity you put into this label. I gotta get my face onto a label. Oh, there's also two beautiful women, the Italian princess, the Barb, and some dude named Morse who isn't quite as good looking. But Straight Out of Quarantine, even though we're about 5 months out of quarantine, it seems like an appropriate beer. I just got my vaccine today. No, I didn't. I'm not that important. You got your vaccine yet?
No.
No?
No.
So just know that the two people you watch on YouTube to review your beer are not important. Enough for that.
All right,
vaccine.
now this is a double New England IPA. Oh, no, it's just a New England IPA. Definitely like golden. Definitely a hoppy aroma.
It has a nice aroma. I don't know if it's hoppy. I don't
It's
get
definitely
that.
hoppy.
You think that's hoppy?
Yeah, that's hoppy.
I don't get that flower punch in the face like I do with some IPAs.
I think really.
You get that?
Yeah,
Well, my nose has been broken a few times.
mine too. Not recently.
No. Ooh.
I like that.
It almost has like a fruity end punch.
It does.
I like that.
Almost
That's
like almost kind of mango-y. Definitely tropical.
I was gonna say tropical. I don't know about mango, but
I could be wrong. I'm not a real big fruit guy.
that's why you don't like those sours.
Yeah, meat and potatoes is my
Meat and potatoes. For the Straight Out of Quarantine,
I like
Dream.
it. A little hazy. I mean,
I'm going to take a big gulp and then give it the number. Why don't you give it the number to start?
I'll give that one an 8. I like that.
An 8, huh?
Mhm.
For an IPA?
It's got a good bite. It's very drinkable. It's not overly hard to drink.
I enjoy the fruit punch at the end. It does have a great IPA taste. I'm going to match your 8.
All right,
So
that's a
solid
first.
8 across the
I
board.
think that's a first. We
It is a first. Well, cheers to that.
cheers to that.
Finish it up.
Congratulations, Pipe Dreams.
Yeah. Knocked it out of the park on this one, Pipe Dream. So let's finish this up and move forward on to the next one.
All right, here we are. Number 3. This is the Bombshell Brown Ale from Pipe Dreams Brewery.
Can we talk about 1 and 2 real quick? Did they have a good amount of alcohol? Because
Actually, I
I'm
think
feeling a little buzz.
the straight out of quarantine was 6.5, and I don't think the sour had a lot. to be
So
honest.
we've done worse.
We have done worse. This one was 5.7 on the sour.
So really what you're saying is the margarita I had earlier.
Maybe.
All right. Shout out to Don Holio.
And honestly,
My
this
boy.
is the most alcohol right here is 7, straight 7.
7
the
even?
Bombshell Brown.
All right. Do you think it can beat a 7 even on the rating?
Oh,
Let's find out.
I don't know. This one's dark, Joe.
Oh
I don't
my
know if you
God.
can handle this one.
You didn't tell me we were filming a porter tonight.
This isn't a porter.
That isn't a
This
porter?
is a brown ale. And I mean, if you look at that, that's pretty dark.
Can we go back to the sour? Oh,
You right, Joe?
I think I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
I don't want to do this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm withholding a sneeze right now. But I already know I don't like this beer.
Honestly, I get a very, it's almost like a burnt coffee taste.
Let me clear the palate and give it a fear.
There isn't a lot of aroma. I mean, there's slight, but
I'm
not
gonna hype myself up. If
nothing-
you notice, I haven't sipped it yet. I'm working my way into
nothing
it.
like the straight out of quarantine, as
I
far as
really
aroma
like
goes.
that. I don't like the way that smells. Okay, this is gonna be bad.
That's what I love about you, Joe. Your positive attitude.
It's not as bad as that porter from episode 4 or whatever that was. But wow, it's definitely dark. It's definitely heavy.
It is heavy. It's definitely dark.
I will say it's. I don't want to say it's better than I thought it would be. I'm gonna use the phrase "not as bad."
I mean, you definitely get almost like a burnt caramel flavor, burnt coffee. It's like kind of.
I don't like coffee beer though. I think I've expressed that in previous episodes that I'm not a big fan.
It doesn't actually say that on the can. That's just what I'm getting. So I mean, I could be wrong.
So the Bombshell Brown, it's a robust malt.
They do
toasted
have.
caramel.
They do have
kiss.
a heavier, extra brown.
Heavier than this.
They do actually. They didn't have it in a can. They had it on draft at the brewery when I came in.
All right, so let's rate this.
I actually like this. I'll give this one a 7.5.
7.5. If it was, here's the thing. If it was a stout, I would probably rate it higher. Bombshell Brown, what is it?
A brown ale, I really couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna label this as a stout. There's no way it's not a stout.
It
being
isn't
the
a stout. This is a brown ale.
Is there a difference? Maybe
There
we
is.
should know that.
There is. I mean, honestly, I couldn't tell you, but this is definitely not a stout. A stout, for whatever reason, a stout will actually keep fizzing.
Okay.
Like if
That's
you
some
pour a
information.
Guinness, it keeps foaming.
Yeah, I know there's a certain way you have to pour a
Right.
Guinness. For what this is, I'm gonna say 6.5.
6.5. All right, so that averages out to about a 7.25.
I'll take it. All right,
Well-
let's wrap this up. We'll
Well,
review the
that
vote.
was Pipe Dream Brewing. What do you think of the brewery, Joe?
The brewery as a whole,
I mean, we've had a sour, we had a New England IPA, and we had a brown ale.
So I think
Which
that
is a good variety. It spans a good chunk of the spectrum of
they do cover
styles.
a lot of different beers. I've actually, unlike previous breweries that we've done before, I've been to this location. You have?
I have as well.
It's got a nice vibe to it. It's a garage bay cutout by Manchester Airport. It feels like a lot of the people that run Pipe Dream Brewing are about more of a fruity variety, which I tend to like in my beer. However, with this caramel one, there was no fruit, but even in the straight out of quarantine, it had
a little citrusy flavor.
It had that fruit at the end. I liked it. The raspberry, like I said, I don't like raspberries, but I do like the sour that Pipe Dream produced. It tastes overall like a clean brewery. Like they know what they're doing.
No, they do.
They don't. Some beers you taste from independent breweries, they're just flat. There's not a lot of flavor, but these do have a lot of flavor in all three. Whether you like the flavor or not.
Right. I mean, there is a lot for there's something to offer for everybody.
Yeah, it's definitely a flavorful beer.
Singular IPA driven brewery.
I will say, for some reason, the first time I went, I wasn't a big fan of the beers I had. I probably just had a bad batch of the flight I got that day, but I will say the three you presented me today, I have had the straight out of quarantine before, but I didn't like it as much as the first time. I had it on tap, I believe, at their brewery. Out of the can was incredible. A solid sour. I know it's not a stout, but I'm going to consider this a stout beer that I would actually purchase if I had to purchase a stout.
If I had to purchase.
So, that's nothing but positive things for Pipe
No.
Dream. So,
I actually
do you want to
would drink this
review the brewery on a 1 to
How's
10?
that beer?
This beer was good. This beer was better. This beer was okay. And combined, they got me slurring words.
Honestly, I like the brewery. The brewery itself, it's kind of got a fraternity house garage kind of feel. A lot of it is outdoor. It's open air. It's not a closed building. You're not gonna get
There's
booth
not a
in the
lot of
corner.
room unless it's a summer day and you have the outdoor
But
seating.
they do have they have games. There is some kind of beanbag game. What do they call that?
Cornhole.
Cornhole. Yeah, that's it.
So there's a lot to check out. Pipe Dream Brewery. They're located on the Londonderry Manchester line. I'm sure if you throw it in the Google machine, you'll find an exact address. If for any reason you're ever flying into Manchester Airport, it's a great first
right
stop
outside
in
the
New
airport.
Hampshire. Great first stop to visit New Hampshire. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go an 8 for the brewery overall.
I can go a solid 8 for the brewery. I mean, they offer a good variety.
They offer a
In
nice
different
variety.
styles. I mean,
They cover
there's
the
something
flavors.
for everybody.
They cover the flavors they're looking to cover, which is important. They don't advertise a beer and then just for the sake of throwing it on the label. Everything they tell you is in that beer is in the beer, and I respect that, and I like that out of Pipe Dream.
That was Pipe Dreams. I'm Fred.
Londonderry, New Hampshire. I'm Joe. Check them out if you're in the area.